Welcome to Happy Hour, brought to you by Maine Spirits, Whiskey Business Edition. We're going to still roll with some more whiskey business. It's November. The air is cool. The sun is bright. What better time to learn how to make delicious, warm whiskey cocktails at home? Skill set level on these? Low. You can not know very much about anything and still make a delicious cocktail here. In fact, I'm gonna make these without measuring instruments, just to illustrate that it really kind of is like up to you how much goes in. You're not gonna, especially with this toddy that I'm gonna show you how to make, you don't, if you go overboard with any of the ingredients, it's just gonna taste more like that delicious ingredient. So, you've heard me say this before in the show. I am not the best mixologist or bartender in the world, or even this state, or even this town. Not by a long shot. There are many, many people who know way more about making cocktails than I do. Way more about spirits in general. This is just a truth. I'll take a knee, and I acknowledge. That said, this cocktail I feel like I do a really good job with. I'm really proud of it, and I think you won't hear me speak in superlatives often because of what we just discussed, but I think my toddy might be my favorite toddy. There, it's my number one, on my list of my number one things that I like is my toddy that I make. I'm gonna show you how to make my toddy. What's the secret to my toddy? Too much of everything. So let's just jump in. The ingredients are basically the ballpark basic ingredients that go into most hot toddies, regular hot toddies. Hot toddies are like old fashions. There's all kinds of like different twists, takes, sugar cube, granular sugar, simple syrup, whatever. Muddle the cherry, don't muddle the cherry. With the orange, not with the orange, right? That's the old fashioned. Everyone's got their own take on an old fashioned. Everyone's got their own take on a toddy. But by and large, they involve the following. Whiskey, in this case I'm going to use Buffalo Trace, nice and round, nice and tasty. Some bitters, Angostura bitters, fresh lemon juice, fresh local Maine honey, and cinnamon sticks, and a lemon garnish. I've gone ahead and imbued this lemon wheel with lots of cloves already, whole cloves. Just kind of poke them in there, as you kind of saw. You know, like you're decorating an orange for the tree. So let's just jump in. It's super simple. It's super straightforward. Start with a heaping, and I mean heaping, spoonful of honey. Let's just plop that right in there and move on to the next. Roughly 2 ounces of Buffalo Trace whiskey, or whatever bourbon you have on hand will also do just fine. So roughly 2, 1, 2, whoops, a little extra. It's a big mug. I'm not worried about it. Let's fire some bitters in there. I'm gonna go until it feels right. 10, I put in 10 dashes. Some experts might say that that's in poor taste. I don't care. It's delicious. If I'm to use like a squeeze, or what do you call it, a juicer, those squeezy juicers, I'd use a whole half of a lemon? A half a lemon. So that's roughly an ounce of lemon juice. So let's just give it a boop. It's gonna hang out with the honey. It's gonna make a nice like sweet tart bomb. Be pretty excellent. And let's fire a cinnamon stick in there. Bloop. Hot water, please. Which I have heated up ahead of time so you don't have to wait. Oh my goodness. I feel better already just looking at this. So we're going to need to stir this to break up the honey. There's a big blob of honey in there. You want that to be diffused. And also, get the water swirling around that cinnamon stick. Get that yummy cinnamon spicy flavor in there. And with that done, we'll just take our previously imbued lemon wheel, clove imbued lemon wheel, just plop that in. Mainly for garnish, but the clove does give it a nice warming spice over the course of the drink. You would want to use this much clove in like cooking or baking because it would just be so much, but whereas it's only in the drink for a short period of time, you want that clove to come out. So I know what this tastes like, but I'm going to take a sip anyway, just because I love it so much. To you. Just like my mom never made. She's a tequila gal. This may come as a surprise to you, but I have to come clean. Speaking of that, I'm not a doctor. This is not a medical program. And I'm not about to recommend booze to fix your medical problems. I'm not. It's not a good idea. That said, I have had nights where I've been at home feeling like little, just meh. Not like sick, but like meh. You feel like maybe it will run down, or I don't know. And I've made myself these toddies before, and I swear it turns me around. You just like, there's something about all the warming spice, and it's probably a little something to do with the whiskey, maybe. I don't know. But it makes me feel good to even smell this drink. It tastes so good. This is one of those things where it's not about the alcohol content as much as the flavor of the whiskey. Just like the warmth and the lemon and the honey brings everything hangs out together. The bitters, so good. So, cheers. Cheers to a nice fall. Here's a hot toddy. This has been Happy Hour, brought to you by Maine Spirits. You can learn more about this and many other cocktails at mainspirits.com. You can download their app for your smartphone, which is a smart move. What to make, what to buy, what to huda, and how's it minute when you come on, right? You can also follow them on Instagram at main_spirits. But as always, we encourage you to drink. Oh, deliciously and responsibly. Sorry. Cheers.